Holden thinks it subsequently has a powerful mid-sized SUV, addressing a prime hole in its variety. The version is referred to as the Equinox, and the organization calls it Australia's maximum user-pleasant SUV. While it's commonplace for medium SUVs to kick off underneath $30,000 and climb to about $50,000 in their most expensive guises, we've selected a candy spot of around $35,000 right here, which is in which a large variety of shoppers settle. Price and specs. Our challenger vehicle is the Equinox LS and priced at $32,990 before on-road prices, towards the $1,400 more expensive CX-5 Maxx Recreation. Each are tested in front-wheel drive, FWD, form, reflecting the fact that many customers not often leave bitumen. The best information is neither of these motors will make you feel like a pauper. Not unusual capabilities to each consist of 17-inch alloy wheels, suitable pleasant material seats, cruise control, car headlights, push-button begin, power folding mirrors, Bluetooth/USB, 7.0-inch displays, 6 airbags, and reversing cameras. Each additionally get a first-rate array of contemporary active and preventative protection functions together with Metropolis self-reliant emergency braking, AEB, blind spot monitoring lights inside the Replicate, and rear pass visitors alert, a system that signals you to perpendicular visitors while reversing. The Holden alone offers functions together with Apple CarPlay and Android Car telephone integration, computerized excessive beam lighting fixtures, plus more active safety tech which include lane keeping assist and a machine to alert you of a potential forward collision before it happens. The Equinox also has the marketplace's best system that sends vibrations through the motive forces seat whilst the collision monitor goes off, a machine that'll terrify you at the beginning however ends up being a useful greater warning. However, at the same time as the Mazda lacks any of this tech, it does by myself have LED headlights, DAB and digital radio, a BMW-style rotary knob to function the infotainment placed beforehand of the console, USB inputs for rear occupants, and right satellite TV for PC navigation that doesn't require smartphone mirroring. It's a tough pair to break up, frankly, even though the Holden being slightly less expensive and lets upload, made by using a agency becoming recognized for being open to discounting might also get the edge. Despite the fact that, the Mazda's niceties make it sense fairly extra high priced. Cabin. The Holden's cabin layout is harking back to many GM products regardless of their disparate countries of foundation. The Equinox is made in Mexico. The fundamentals of ergonomic care are best, with masses of seat and wheel adjustability, and we certainly like the charcoal seats with a cool sample and orange sewing. Upload to this the excessive hooked-up screen with simple friendly UX, plus ample garage alternatives for bottles and other paraphernalia, and you've the early packing containers ticked. However, the Mazda clearly has a higher grade of materials for the duration of its cabin, with extra assessment surfaces, soft contact points and an altogether greater stable, upmarket presentation and feel. The CX-5's pill display screen matched to its MZD Connect rotary dial is also higher than Holden's, when you consider that operating a touch screen on a bumpy street may be a chore. The Holden's return seats are notable in terms of legroom and the adjustability on provide, even as rear occupants additionally get ISOFIX anchors, air vents, LED reading lighting and a 1-2V input. The seats turn fold 60/40 and residents a flip-down center armrest with cup holders. The Mazda gives a smidgen less leg room, though every person of regular top may be high quality. This tester is 194 cm. It also has superior headroom/head clearance, rear vents, 40 hours 20 minutes and 40 seconds folding seats permitting via loading, ISOFIX, and a turn-down armrest with inbuilt garage and USB sockets for device charging. The Mazda's middle seat is short inside the base and high established, even though, making it in large part vain for anybody however youngsters. Credit score where it's due to the Equinox, which gives first-rate cargo ability, increasing out to about 1800L with the return seats folded. The Mazda remains one of the much less capacious services within the Magnificence, soundly crushed with the aid of the Honda CR-V, VW Tiguan and Sure, the Holden. On the other hand, Mazda's use of little levers in the rear to flip every again seat is clever, as is the detachable sliding gentle cargo cover integrated with the tailgate. Both motors have area-saver spare wheels beneath the floor. Even as the CX-5 is not the final phrase in area utilization, it's no longer fallacious enough to lose face to the Equinox, as it feels significantly greater steeply priced and top rate inside, and remains exceedingly flexible for young families. We're additionally now not satisfied the Holden is any extra sensible than a Honda CR-V or Nissan X-Path, despite Holden's formidable claims. To get each beneath the nominal $35,000 barrier, RRP, we grabbed the Mazda in FWD shape, which means it uses the smallest engine in its own family, a 2.0-liter certainly aspirated unit creating a modest 114 kilowatts of energy and 200 Nm of torque, the use of 91 RON gasoline. In case you want the sprightlier 138 kW/250 Nm 2.5-liter unit, it most effective comes paired to an on-call for all-wheel pressure machine and expenses $3,000 extra, $37,390, than the version we're trying out. Meanwhile, the powerful diesel/AWD drivetrain is $6,000 greater, $40,390, than our automobile. With the aid of evaluation, the Holden makes use of a 1.5-liter petrol engine, which makes up for its small ability by using the usage of turbocharging. As such, it makes a advanced 127 kilowatts of power and 275 Nm of torque, 13 kW/75 Nm more than the Mazda. People with a real want for velocity ought to realize that the Equinox LT at $36,990 makes use of the most powerful engine in its magnificence, a 188 kW/353 Nm rapid with a 9-speed vehicle and an AWD device that niftily decouples the rear axle on call for to-shop gas. Additionally, a 1.6-liter diesel is coming as an option this year. The fact is, though, except you want AWD or bragging rights, the Equinox's 1.5 is a superb little unit, with a usually huge slab of torque pulling energy on tap from 2000 RPM, which means rolling reaction is handy in spite of a load, ergo refined. The 6-pace auto gearbox has also been tuned properly, with clean and predictable shift styles and none of the noise intrusion of the CVTs so in style on rival automobiles. To the Mazda, just doddering round Metropolis, poking into gaps and accelerating easily in visitors is straightforward sufficient, and the lack of a faster way reaction is instant. But in spite of the pretty clever 6-speed car, with the Sports Activities mode option that holds decrease gears for higher initial reaction and competitive downshifts, making its great efforts, you may ignore the truth that the modest peak power and torque hit overdue within the rev band. That means you'll be seeing engine speeds of 5000 RPM regularly. This adds noise intrusion. Both groups claim mixed cycle gas returns of 6.9 L/100 km. What's thrilling is we were given 7.9 L/100 km in both vehicles on our loop, which means the claims of parity are accurate. Each are quite frugal via class requirements. Actual misers or ordinary day trippers would possibly have a look at the diesels. Oddly, the Holden's forestall/start gadget that turns the engine off at standstill cannot be grew to become off, unlike the Mazdas. The best news is that it's one of the most subtle and least intrusive systems we've used from a subject of hundreds even the Germans ought to word. Dynamics. The Equinox might also appear to be a boat, however tremendous tuning accomplished by Holden at its Victorian proving ground, nonetheless operational, and meant to stay so, way it suits nearby roads nicely. Commendations are because of the way the Holden's suspension simply eats up corrugations and different small inputs, whilst soaking up undulations without feeling unsettled. It's very comfy and, thanks to lively noise cancelling in the cabin, quiet, 17-inch wheels on excessive sidewall tires assist. On the same time, the properly weighted electric-powered steerage and the good frame control from a nicely sorted chassis imply the Holden definitely feels pretty responsive and cozy/secure in a chain of twisting turns. Mazda's emblem credo is zoom zoom, although no person critically needs a low-grade CX-5 to be sporty. This iteration is substantially quieter than its predecessor, at the same time as its steering weighting is a few of the best in class. We'd upload that like the Holden, its 17-inch wheels with enough tire sidewalls outside them deliver the Mazda a awesome pliant ride, helped by suspension with plenty of tour damped nicely enough to settle the body down after undulations or cornering forces. It feels similarly as agile because the Holden, and we've to say that alongside the Tiguan, Ford Getaway and the Korean Hyundai Tucson and Kia Sportage twins, they set a high dynamic preferred. The handiest grievances to the Mazda's riding experience is the tendency for the front wheels to break traction on moist roads regardless of the low engine outputs, handiest to a minor diploma, helped by way of a non-intrusive stability control device, and the dearth of a virtual speedo. 5. Ownership cost. Whilst the Equinox released, Holden changed into supplying a unique 7-year guarantee. No longer. Its fashionable cowl is a much less surprising 3 years/100,000 km, with loose roadside help 24/7 furnished. You operate a Holden dealer to your servicing. Servicing intervals are 365 days or 12,000 kilometers, whichever comes first. Holden's site suggests contemporary capped pricing per go-to of $259 for the primary, then $299, $259 and $399. Mazda Australia's guarantee is also 3 years in term, although high milers will be satisfied to look no distance cap. You have to pay an annual subscription of among $68 and $83 for roadside help via the company's partner network. Mazda's servicing durations are set at each 10,000 kilometers traveled. The prices consistent with go-to are capped, with the exception of the same old incidentals, read the first rate print, at $300, then $328, $300 and $328. The Holden Equinox is clearly loads better than the Captiva, even though merely to mention that sells it quick. It's no looker, but the cabin is bendy, the safety tech is outstanding, the pricing ditto, the engine is suitable and the regionally tuned dynamics are above average. However, the Mazda in large part ticks these boxes as well, even as being significantly more applicable as a consequence of its extra resolved layout interior and out. Its fashion in addition to substance.